Hi guys, sorry for vanishing for 3 months, but I'm back. So anyway, I've just finished my third mocks as well as my GCSEs, and as per Coolum Academy tradition, some drama kicked off. And as also per Coolum Academy tradition, it was over something completely unnecessary. So in this video, I'll be talking about the other drama that kicked off in my school around my exams. It started with the first mock exams, the one I spoke about in my other video. Now at this time, everyone in my class was convinced that we had the better English teacher. Moreover, it was also believed that the other English teacher was the worst teacher to ever live. At one point, the other English teacher basically challenged our English teacher to a kind of competition. Basically, whoever's class did the best in the exams wins. After doing the exams, everyone in my class, myself included, thought we did quite well. And whilst we didn't do awful, we did do worse than the other class. Now to be honest, I kinda expected that I didn't do great. However, when our class found out that the other class did better, they were kind of upset. But hey, you have like 9 months left to improve, so that's not a problem, right? So a few months later, we do another set of mocks. This time, we're doing English language. And it turns out, not only did I do better than last time, but I actually did better than most people in my class. But more importantly, most people in the other class did better than most people in my class. Now for these mocks, there was no particular competition, so no one really got that upset. However, basically everyone stayed at the same grade. So people who were getting 7s last time got 7s this time. Now this is where things start getting interesting. We do our third mocks, which is both literature and language, and lo and behold, the other class and I did alright. By contrast, not only did my class do awful, but most of them did worse than they did in their first mock. And when people found this out, not only did everyone start saying that the other teacher is the best teacher ever, all of a sudden they started saying that our teacher was the worst teacher. Are you having a laugh? And I'm telling you, this happened so suddenly that I honestly didn't notice the transition. If they just weren't improving, I could kind of forgive them. But you doing worse now than before is not something you can blame on your teacher. I'm sorry, I cannot get over that. People went from teacher A is the best and teacher B is the worst to the inverse pretty much instantly. And actually, I just remembered this detail. Since we'd done 2 different subjects for our first 2 mocks, due to us preparing for the second mocks, once we were done with them, it had been quite a while since we last did literature. So I came up with this outrageous suggestion and said, since we haven't done it in a while, why don't we do some more of it now? I know, right? What a ridiculous suggestion on my part. I mean, after all, the more sensible method, as everyone else pointed out, would be to do the stuff we'd already been doing for the past, 4 months? And forget the stuff we haven't done in ages. I mean, what was I thinking? Bloody daft pillock. I mean, after all, just because I'm smart and I did well doesn't mean everyone else should, right? I mean, it's not like we've seen this pattern anywhere before, have we? And once the exams were done, guess which part most people went down on? Bloody hell, man. Are you lot really that ignorant that you cannot spot the trend here? You bloody useless, brain-dead, spasticated ass-beats. And, by the way, whilst the other class didn't finish their learning content until literally a week before the exams, we had finished all our content before the second mocks. So even if she was a shambolic teacher, you had 5 extra months of preparation. What more do you want? And not only that, but also, most of this contention between the 2 classes happened because of their 2 different teaching styles. Basically, each class used a different writing frame and a different exam board. However, most people in my class use the other methods anyway. And whilst you can't really change what exam board you do, most people use the other writing frame. Mate, you don't even do what your teacher taught you. How are you going to blame her for anything? And by the way, when I rebuked them, do you know what their response was? Shut up, Lightning, just because you're smart doesn't mean everyone else is. Right, you're deliberately trying to infuriate me now, aren't you? What are you on about? Listen, last time they made that excuse, it was fine, because I'm actually good at maths. But I'm not good at English. Bear in mind, I did significantly worse than most people in the first mock. Now that I'm doing better than you and criticising you, don't be offended, be embarrassed, you tosser. In the same amount of time, I've gone up 3 and you've gone down 1. That's not an intelligence issue. And that's the end. I'm sorry if this video felt rushed, I'm just not really in the mood to make a long video like last time. But anyway, see you next time.